coming down to the lowest heaven. طيب, so we're going to just go over, inshallah, just revise Allah coming to the lowest heaven. Allah comes down, or the mercy of Allah comes down?
Allah physically comes down.
Okay, so what if someone says, no, Allah, mercy comes down? How do you refute that? Able to refute this up, explain these points. If someone says Allah doesn't come down, mercy comes down, what would you say? That's why you have to come every week. Unless you listen to it, then.
You just have to affirm that it's Allah that's coming down.
Say again?
You just have to affirm that it's Allah that's coming down.
He does come down, but there are people who say Allah don't come down because His mercy comes down. I know you know it. What would you say? If someone says Allah doesn't come down, His mercy comes down. How do you refute that? Go on.
Ibn Taymiyyah says Allah asks who's seeking forgiveness and who's seeking mercy. And the mercy, the sifa of mercy cannot ask that. It has to be Allah Azza wa Jalla.
MashaAllah. This is a hadith, Abu Hurairah, that Allah comes down to the lowest heaven, and who is there to ask, I'll give, who seeks forgiveness, I'll forgive them, who makes dua, I'll respond to the dua. Mercy never talks like this. It's Allah. Okay? وَيَنْزِلُ رَبُّنَا. يَنزِل في المضارع is the present verb. رَبُّنَا, Rabb is fa'il, the doer, our Lord. So Allah is doing actual word. Allah is actually doing the nuzul. So He is doing it. يَنزِل رَبُّنَا. Allah comes down. Okay? بِذَاتِهِ. He comes down. طيب. So that's the argument you can use. طيب. Can we say now, this is something Salaf never, Sahabas asked, but we talking because the Salaf did speak about this. And Ahl Sunnah has a stand on this. Do we say Allah comes down? Yes, He comes down. Physically He does. But does He leave the arsh or He doesn't leave the arsh?
Allah is capable of all things, so He can descend down while remaining upon the arsh.
MashaAllah. Who said this?
I forgot, but I know Ibn Qudama said we leave it at that. We don't say.
Yeah, okay. We will go to that, inshallah. So what the brother says, this is the opinion of Abu Ishaq ibn Rahawayh and others. And when he went to this Imam, and when he asked him, what is this hadith about Allah coming down to the lowest heaven? He leaves his arsh, he comes down. He said, no, he's able to come down and he'll be where he is. Okay, he's where he is, but he also can come down physically without him leaving the arsh. This is the qudra of Allah. So, what are the three opinions of Ahl Sunnah on this issue? Give me one of them, inshallah. Regarding Allah come down to the lowest heaven, regarding he leaving the arsh or not leaving the arsh. No? Give me one.
One of them is that He leaves the arsh.
Okay, one of the opinions is that Allah leaves the arsh. Okay?
We don't speak about this.
We remain silent. This is Abdul Ghani al-Maqdisi. So we remain silent. Because Sahabas never asked this to Prophet. The third opinion is that which is authentic. Allah,
Remains on the arsh.
He remains on the arsh. And He comes down physically. Okay? This is something we just... Best thing is that He comes down to the lowest heaven. As Fudail bin Iyad said, when it comes to the nuzul of Allah, Allah comes down to the lowest heaven. What do we say? يَفْعَلْ مَا يَشَاءُ. يَفْعَلُ اللَّهُ مَا يَشَاءُ. He does whatever He wishes. Okay? Allah never told us, do I leave the arsh or I don't leave the arsh. He comes down to the lowest heaven. That's the important thing to know. But if you want to know the benefits, then this is the three opinions from the Ahl Sunnah. They have three stand on that. What is the ruling, or no, what is the story regarding that Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah, Shaykh al-Islam, he went to the minbar, came down, and then he said, this is the nuzul, that's how Allah comes down.
This was it was claimed by Ibn Battuta, but Shaykh Abdul Karim al-Khudayr refuted it and said that Ibn Taymiyyah was in prison at the time, so it's not possible for him to admit him in Damascus.
So Abdul Karim al-Khudayr, one of the major scholars, he's one of the Lajna, one of the Kibar, his book I'm using it, he mentioned this from Ibn Battuta. He's from Morocco, he's Muhammad bin Abdullah. okay, and he traveled and he wrote a whole book on this, and his amazing journey and stories he experienced. One of the stories he narrates when he went to Damascus, he prayed, so he prayed as Muslim, and then he sat in he's claiming that, I sat in the class, he met Ibn Taymiyyah, and he went top of the mimbar and he came down the mimbar and he said, this is the nuzul, the way I came down. Nuzul of Allah comes down like that, Iyadu Billah. So Shaykh Hudayr said this is lie because Ibn Taymiyyah was in the prison, so he never met Ibn Taymiyyah. This is a fabrication he added. So this is Ibn Battuta. His book was, he named it Tuhfatul Nuzzar fi Gharaib al-Amsar wa Ajaib al-Asfar. Basically it's a gift for those regarding my amazing, the land I went to and the journey, the amazing journey that I had going to different land and my experience I had in my journey. So this is one of the stories he narrates, Ibn Battuta, if you want to, yeah. طيب. Okay, let's start the class inshallah. So we covered about the companions, radiallahu anhum. A few more questions on this. Okay, who is the best of the mankind after Prophet ﷺ? Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu. طيب, who are the four Khulafa Rashidin? The four Khulafa, the four.
Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman, and
Ali. طيب. So these are the best of the companions. Many verses in the Quran, Allah praise the companions. طيب. Then continue with that. وَقُلْ, say, believe, إِنَّ خَيْرَ النَّاسِ بَعْدَ مُحَمَّدٍ وَزِيرَاهُ قَدِيمًا ثُمَّ عُثْمَانُ أَرْجَحُ. Okay? Say, indeed, the best of the mankind after Prophet ﷺ is the two wazir, Abu Bakr and Umar. طيب. Then Uthman, most arjah, the most authentic favor, because there's a khilaf between Uthman and Ali. Now, there's a hadith, there's so many hadiths in Sahih Muslim, if you go talk to the virtue of the companion. There's a hadith of Anas in Sahih Muslim. The Prophet ﷺ, he went to the mountain Uhud, and the mountain Uhud shaked. And the Prophet said, alayhi salam, Athbit Uhuda. Uhud, be firm. Alayka Nabi as-Siddiq Shahidan. Upon you is the Prophet, remain firm, O mountain Uhud. Upon you is the Prophet, as-Siddiq, Abu Bakr, and two Shaheed, Umar and Uthman, they died in the path of Allah. So remain firm. And shows the virtue of these companions because they all were with the Prophet ﷺ. And one Prophet ﷺ, whenever he says something, he says like, ذهبت أنا أبو بكر عمر خرجت أنا أبو بكر عمر ودخلت أنا أبو بكر عمر. He will say something like that. I traveled, me, Abu Bakr and Umar. I went in, I was there, Abu Bakr and Umar, and I left, me, Abu Bakr and Umar. So he always had these two companions with him, Abu Bakr and Umar, and shows the virtue of these two companions. And the another virtue, many virtues we can mention, one of the virtues of Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu is that when he was a Khalifa, after Fajr, he will, when the sun rises, he'll go out. He'll go behind the mountain. And Umar radiallahu anhu was shocked. This is a Khalifatul Muslimin. What's he doing? Why is he going behind the mountain? So he followed him. It's not he suspected him for anything, billah, Abu Bakr. He said, why is he going that way? Every morning he goes that way. So I'm going to follow him. So he went and followed him, and he went behind the mountain, and he saw Abu Bakr walk into this house. And he stays there. And after some time, Abu Bakr comes out and he goes. But Abu Bakr never sees Umar. So look at the virtue of Abu Bakr. So Umar goes in there, he finds an old lady blind with a child. So Umar says, what is this? He said, this man comes in, he cooks for me, cleans my clothes, and he goes. do you know who this is? He said, no, this is the Amir al-Mu'minin of the Muslims. And he's basically doing this for Allah Azza wa Jal. He's doing things for Allah. And Umar, he has this competition with Abu Bakr. I want to do same as Abu Bakr. But he fails. He can't compete. You know. And Prophet ﷺ said in one of the narrations that I gave everything that you gave in the path of Allah. I gave it to you, the companions, except Abu Bakr. I can't give back to Abu Bakr because he gave me too much. And I left it to Allah to give it to me Yawm al-Qiyamah. This is Abu Bakr. So they both have virtues, but there is no khilaf, differences between the scholars who is better, Abu Bakr or Umar. It's Abu Bakr, no doubt. And we know many hadith. When Prophet became ill, he couldn't lead the prayer. Abu Bakr lead the prayer. Okay? There was a sign that Prophet put Abu Bakr front for him to be Khalifa after his death. So, and Umar was also a sign as well, was informed that after Abu Bakr will be Umar radiallahu anhu. And Abu Bakr told him that, okay, after me it's going to be you. So he became Khalifa. Abu Bakr then Umar. Tayyib. Now, regarding Uthman and Ali, we mentioned this before, it's important we know this. Whoever disagree after Umar is Uthman and then Ali, whoever disagrees that order is upon his guidance. Because Ayyub al-Sakhtiyani, one of the great scholars, he says that, one of the Salaf, whoever disagrees this order is upon dalala, because this is the qadr of Allah and this is how Allah wanted and He put it like that. But if you want to disagree with that, who's better, Uthman or Ali, then the three, the Shaykh Khudayl brings that one is Uthman is better than Ali. Some say Uthman, Ali is better than Uthman. Some say they're equal. The virtue is equal. The fact Uthman is before Ali shows virtue of Uthman radiallahu anhu. Tayyib. So this is a khilaf between the Salaf, but we do not disagree that the fact Uthman is the Khalifa before Ali. We don't disagree with that. Tayyib. So the two wazir is Abu Bakr and Umar. And in many hadith you see when Prophet goes to journey, he takes Umar with him. He's always there. Stories like, Ya Rasulullah, allow me, I'm going to take his head off. And things like that. Yeah, stories, many hadith. Because Umar, Prophet is something and Umar is something. Prophet is more arham in Umar. The Prophet teaches Umar not to be like that. But these are two wazir of Rasulullah sallallahu. Then Shaykh Al-Hafiz goes, وَرَابِعُهُمْ خَيْرُ الْبَرِيَّةِ بَعْدَهُمْ عَلِيٌّ حَلِيفُ الْخَيْرِ بِالْخَيْرِ مُنْجَحْ. طيب. And the fourth is the best of the mankind after them. Ali the Khalif, best Khalifa. طيب. So there's many hadith about Ali. When Prophet ﷺ, there was a night where he wanted to send a messenger linguistically, okay, to this place to give da'wah, okay, and he said, this person I'm going to send, Allah loves him and Rasul loves him and he loves Allah and His Messenger. So this is Kitab al-Tawhid we covered, and Sahaba said we spent whole night, didn't go to sleep, who this person is, and everyone wanted to be that person. Umar said, I never wanted fame, I never wanted a position in my life, but that was the day I wanted that day. Because it's a day, a person, whoever going to be, he's loved by Allah and His Messenger, and he loved Allah and His Messenger. So who this person is? Prophet came out and said, where's Ali? Not Abu Bakr, not Umar, Ali. Doesn't mean Ali is better than Abu Bakr and Umar, iyadhu billah, but he chose Ali. And he said, Ali complaining about his eye, he's got pain on his eye, he can't see properly. So he said, bring Ali to me. So what the Prophet did, he put saliva on his eyes and he became better. It's mabruk, he's seeking blessing, he can seek blessing through the saliva of the Prophet. So his eyes became better, and then he gave him the flag barrier. He gave him the flag and go, and he guided him to give da'wah, okay, what to do when you go there. طيب. So, يحب الله ورسوله ويحب الله ورسوله, that Allah the Messenger loves him and he loves Allah and His Messenger. That's one of the virtues of Ali radiallahu anhu. Also Prophet said about Ali, أنت مني بمنزلة هارون وموسى, me and you have the same status like Harun and Musa. With their brothers as well and their cousin as well. Okay? So Prophet had love for Ali and the fact he gave his daughter as well, to his cousin. So you can marry your niece if they're not blood cousin. Okay? If your niece is not blood cousin, blood brother's daughter or blood sister's daughter, if they're not blood cousin, then you can marry their niece. It's allowed. طيب. So that's one of the virtues of Ali radiallahu anhu, the Prophet mentioned about him. طيب. So also another athar, Muhammad bin Hanafiyyah, he's the son of Ali. He said to his father, Ayyun nas khair ba'da Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Who is the best of the mankind after Rasulullah? He said, Abu Bakr. Qultu thum. Then who? Umar. Then he said, I fear to say this is Uthman, the third. Then he said, Qult thumma ant. You are the fourth, you are the best. Ali said, Ma ana illa rajul min al-Muslimin. Look humble of Ali. He said, it's not me, any Muslim, not me, it's not me. So his son said, I think you're the fourth best. He said, no, it's any Muslim, it's not me. So he, out of humbleness, obviously, was Ali radiallahu anhu. He's a Khalifa, isn't it? So this is the humility of Ali radiallahu anhu, because the son wants to hear that, my dad is the fourth best, no doubt about that. Tayyib, and he was radiallahu anhu ajma'in. And one of the granted Mubashshara bil Jannah. طيب, so the Hafiz is bringing Fada'il al-Sahaba, the virtues of the Sahaba. And for me to sit here and give it, no, it's impossible. You have to go to Sahih Muslim, and the books are written about the virtues of these companions, noble companions, and we should read about them, inshallah. طيب. The next line of poem is that وَإِنَّهُمْ لِلرَّحْتِ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِمْ عَلَى نُجِبْ فِرْدَوْسْ بِالنُّورِ تَسْرَحْ. Verily, there's another Rahati, the group, band of people, no doubt in them, and they're in the Firdaus, and there's Ruh upon light. They are being in Jannatul Firdaus, basically talking about the level of the companions, and this companion we're talking about are the 10 granted paradise. Okay, the 10 companions were granted paradise. Now here we have mentioned the virtue of the companions. We do not curse them. We believe they're the best of the mankind. And these 10 companions, Prophet ﷺ in Khaybar, one day he declared the 10 companions who are going to go Jannah. Okay? And the hadith is there, hadith in Abu Dawud, Sunan Abi Dawud and Tirmidhi. And this is what Prophet ﷺ said in the hadith. He said, Abu Bakr fil Jannah, Umar fil Jannah, Uthman fil Jannah, Ali fil Jannah, Talha fil Jannah, Zubair fil Jannah, wa Sa'id fil Jannah, wa Sa'ad bin Abi Waqqas fil Jannah, Abdurrahman bin Auf fil Jannah, wa Abu Ubaidah bin Jarrah fil Jannah. One day he told who's going to be Ahlul Jannah. How does Prophet knows that? Because Allah told him that, and Allah is pleased with them. Now, for someone to curse any of these companions, not with knowledge, fulfilling the conditions, they are out of full of Islam. These are people of Jannah, and you're cursing them. A'udhu billah. So that's what the ulama says. Allah is pleased with them. Oh Muhammad, tell these companions they're going to go Jannah. So the Hafiz brings this virtue, this rahat, this group of people. He's talking about the people of Jannah. Okay, la rayba fihim. There's no doubt in that. Okay, and they're in Firdaus. What is Firdaus? The highest level of Jannah. And Ahlul Jannah, people of Jannah, obviously we can say they're in Jannah because Prophet said so. Okay, what happened to the Ahlul Jannah? Generally, Ahlul Jannah, the Ruh is in the belly of a green bird. Okay, Ruh in the belly of a green bird, and the bird is roaming around in Jannah. The body is in this dunya, but the Ruh is in Jannah, in the belly of a green bird, and the bird is flying around in Jannah, and that's what the Ruh is. And these people, the Ruh is in Jannah, and in the belly of a green bird, and it's flying around. Tasrah, going around. and they'll abide there forever. They'll abide there forever. Even hadith talks about in Ahlul Jannah, when they come out from, when they will come out from the grave, when they will be raised from the grave, they will say, who woke me up from the sleep? It'll be like this, like 1 minute for them, but sleeping for so many years. But for them, going to be like, wow, what happened? I just woke up. Allahu Akbar. Tayyib. So continue with this, inshallah. The people of Jannah, the many hadith indicate that it's not only 10 companions in Jannah, there are more than 10. Okay, there's a hadith, Prophet said that the best 5 women are Ahlul Jannah. Okay, and they're Maryam, alayhi salam, Fatima, Aisha, Khadija, and the wife of Fir'aun. Okay, wife of Fir'aun. Who knows her name? Asya, with alif, not with ayn. With ayn is disobedient. So Asya. Tayyib. These are 5 women of Ahlul Jannah. So we have more to come. Then Abi Dawud mentioned that سعيد وسعد وابن عوف وطلحة وعامر أبو بدر الجراح والزبير ممدح. So these are the list of the people, my brothers and sisters. These are the list of people of Jannah. Sa'id bin Abi Waqqas, Sa'ad bin Sa'id, وابن عوف, Abdurrahman bin Auf, Talha bin Ubaidillah, Abu Badr al-Jarrah, Al-Zubair bin al-Awwam. These are the next group of people where they are people of Ahlul Jannah. And they're praised. They're praised a lot. Now, when it comes to the issue of Ahlul Jannah, Imam Tahawi mentioned Aqidah Tahawiyah. It is part of our Aqidah. Okay, it is not allowed for anyone to say he is Ahlul Jannah, he is Ahlul Nar, except those who mentioned in the Hadith. So you can't say, even Ibn Taymiyyah, you can't say he's Ahlul Jannah bidhati. La, you can't. It's haram. You don't know. But inshallah he is. Inshallah for the khair, for the service he has done for the ummah. Because this is important part of our deen. Because this only Allah can say. Allah can say, you go even Bushra bil Jannah, glad tidings. I haven't said that. How do you know you're going to go Jannah? It's only for Allah. It's Allah for Allah to say it. Okay, and Allah will tell us through the tongue of Prophet with the hadith. Tayyib. So we can say generally, we can say, inshallah, the believers who upon the khair, upon the deen, Quran and Sunnah, inshallah they are Ahlul Jannah, and we have to say like this. Nor can we say Ahlul Nar. Okay, a person committing so much sin, the Muslim, but he's committing fahisha. You can't say he's Ahlul Nar as long as the Muslim. There's a hadith we covered in Kitab al-Tawheed. There was a righteous man, and there was a sinner, Muslim committing sin, and he says, he told him to make tawbah. He's falling into sin. He said, Wayhak, woe to you. Allah will never forgive you. Look at the sin that you're committing. What happened? Allah says, who this person daring by my name? I will not forgive him. You telling me my forgiveness for this person is closed? You're speaking about me? A'udhu billah. Then he said, I have forgiven that person and I have nullified all your actions. Look at the wrath of Allah. So we can't say so and so in the hellfire, Muslim, the fahish you're doing, the sin you're committing. We should say, fear Allah. Fear Allah, what you're doing. Allah can punish you for this. But you can't say you're going to hellfire. La, it's only for Allah. Tayyib. So we have to be careful. This is aqidah, we have to know this. Tayyib, the next one is وعائش أم المؤمنين وخالنا معاوية أكرم به ثم أمنح. طيب, Aisha, mother of the believers, and her khala, and our khala, her khala Muawiyah, noble. Okay, so here he says that he talks about Aisha, the mother of the believers, the virtue of Aisha. Each companion is a volume about their virtues. And the Prophet ﷺ also spoke about the virtue of Aisha radiallahu anha. Who is better, Aisha or Khadija? This is something also an issue that ulama talks about. But I think Ibn Taymiyyah, he answered for us. Okay, because both wives of the Prophet ﷺ have virtues. They all serve the ummah. And Shaykh al-Islam says that, in Wasatiyah, he said, as for Aisha, she was better than Khadija in one aspect. As for Khadija, she was better than Aisha in one aspect. For Khadija, she was better than Aisha in terms of when Prophet became a prophet, he covered him. When Prophet gave the sadaqah, Aisha became jealous. He gave sadaqah to Khadija, and he was talking about Khadija. And Aisha became jealous. So Prophet said to Aisha, Khadija is my first wife. What she done for me, nobody did for me. She supported me, she stood firmly with me, and she was the first woman to believe in me. So when Prophet became a prophet, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Rasulullah, where did he go? Zammiluni, cover me. He went to Khadija. Khadija comforted him. Prophet became scared, and Khadija comforted him and looked after him. Then he took it to his uncle, a cousin, Waraqa. You know Waraqa bin Nawfal is the man of Jannah. He's Ahlul Jannah. Prophet said he's in Jannah. Because he said, when she took Rasulullah to Waraqa bin Nawfal, her cousin, Waraqa realized this is a messenger of Allah. So you're prophet of Allah. That's what says in our book. And if I'm alive, this is what it is. He believed it. See, if I'm alive, I will defend you to propagate this faith. But he died. So is he companion, not a companion? That's a scholar. So I think a lot of Jumhur say he's not companion, because when Prophet went to Waraqa bin Nawfal, he wasn't a Rasul, he was a Nabi. So there's nothing to convey. So he became a prophet of Allah. Then Waraqa died, okay? And then the next verse revealed, warn the people. That's when he became Rasul, okay? So based on that understanding, they say he never received the message, Waraqa bin Nawfal. So he died before that. There's a name for that, but he died as a believer. He is in Jannah, Waraqa bin Nawfal. Tayyib. So Khadija and Aisha, the understanding of Ibn Taymiyyah gives that Khadija was better than Aisha in the first part of prophethood, where he defended Prophet ﷺ, covered him, helped him, first woman to believe in him. Subhanallah, you know. And Prophet says she's Ahlul Jannah. Another virtue of Khadija. You know, Prophet ﷺ used to go to Mount Hira, yeah? And he used to stay there and he pray to Allah the way he used to pray, worship Allah. He used to be there and he contemplate. And the Jibril came, we know that. You know, Khadija, wallahi, we talk about Khadija, a lady, Khadija radiallahu anha. Man will not be able to do that. Now when the man goes up the mountain to the Mount Hira, they have to go up the stairs. There's stairs for us. Khadija's time there was no stairs, akhi. That mountain is so high up, she would go up with the food and would give it to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now Allah sent a message to Khadija through Jibril. Okay? Allah said to Jibril alayhi salam, Ya Jibril, go to Muhammad, tell Muhammad that his wife Khadija is coming. Number one. Number two, tell Muhammad that I give salam to Khadija. Allah Azza wa Jal, the Lord of the heaven and the earth, gave salam to Khadija. And Prophet said, Allah has given you salam. Allahu Akbar. Did ever Allah give salam to any of his worshippers except Khadija? And tell Khadija that I have kept a palace for her in Jannah. Allah made palace for Khadija. There's nothing better virtue than this, what Allah sending this message to Jibreel. Love of Allah for Khadija radiallahu anha. So in that aspect, Khadija is better than Aisha. And how can Aisha be wife? Maybe I don't know if she was born then. She was very young. Maybe she wasn't born. Allah knows best. Okay? And Khadija was 15 years older than Prophet. And Allah arranged that to happen because Prophet, Allah knows that he's going to be a prophet. He needs a woman, strong woman. Because there will be a lot of, argument, a lot of people rejecting Prophet ﷺ. He needs someone to comfort him and things like that. So in that aspect, Khadija was the best woman. Okay? And she's Ahlul Jannah. And the other aspect, Aisha is better than Khadija in the aspect of hadith. She memorized more hadith than any wife of the Prophet ﷺ. And every household news, what happened, if it's secret in the house, Aisha tells us. Aisha said, I had a bath with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This he never say to the people. But why is Aisha telling us the Prophet and I had a shower together? For this is part of our deen to learn. If you don't learn from the Prophet, who can learn from? So Aisha is telling us this because for us to learn. Okay? Many things Aisha told us, secret of the bed, which for us to learn. That's halal. If Prophet didn't tell us, how would you know? Things about menstruation, things like the ahkam, what do we do with the wife? Aisha tells us, because we need to learn. We can't tell anyone, it's haram. طيب? So all the hadith about Prophet household narrated by Aisha. And she memorized so many hadith, Allahu Akbar. And she became a faqih very young. And she was able to translate dreams very early age. So in this aspect, memorizing hadith and teaching the companions, she took Abu Huraira, Makhul, Abu Musa al-Ash'ari, and a lot of tabi'in. They learned from Aisha radiallahu anha. And she had a lot of students. So in that aspect, she benefited the ummah. She did more than Khadija. So Allah chose two of his wives, Khadija and Aisha, for two different things. And Allah placed them in the right place. طيب? So that's the answer Shaykh al-Islam gives. Khadija and Aisha. طيب, but that's the virtue of Khadija. Allah gives salam to Khadija here. But the Prophet specifically mentioned about Aisha. He said, فضل عائشة على النساء كفضل ثريد على سائر الطعام. This is Wasati will cover this. The virtue of Aisha over the rest of the women is the virtue of tharid. Tharid is a food that Yemenis eat. Tharid, it's rice and meat basically. And Yemeni they have a lot. And I asked Yemeni brother, we have this a lot. It's like the tharid has a virtue of all other rest of the food. So he gave example with tharid. Tharid is very noble food of the Arab. طيب, so that's the virtue of Aisha, ala nisa. The word nisa means everyone. Some say it's after Khadija, not before Khadija. Khadija doesn't come into this. This Prophet said after death of Khadija. So Khadija doesn't come into that hadith. So they say Khadija, Aisha is not better than Khadija. But in the memorizing hadith, she is better than Khadija. The number of hadith she narrated, Aisha radiallahu anha. Anyway, so you find many virtues of Aisha radiallahu anha. When she died before Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu. I think she died at the age of 60 something, and Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu prayed her janazah. And she is buried in Baqi. We don't know where it is there. Somewhere there. طيب, so that's the virtue of Aisha radiallahu anha. Then Al-Ansar al-Muhajirun. Al-Ansar are the helpers. This tribe in Medina made up of two tribes, Khazraj and Aus. Okay, the two tribes. They made up of Al-Ansar. They call Ansar. Allah named them Al-Ansar. وَالسَّابِقُونَ الْأَوَّلُونَ مِنَ الْمُهَاجِرِينَ وَالْأَنصَارِ. Allah named them the migrators from Mecca to Medina, the companions, Muhajirun, and Ansar are the companions who aided Prophet ﷺ in Medina. Ansar, Prophet Nasir, helpers, and they helped Prophet ﷺ so much so that Allahu Akbar, their brotherhood was so strong. We see from the seerah that companions, they gave their houses, their land. If they had wives, they'll take one of my wife, you take it, whichever you want, take it. Things like that. The brotherhood they had was so strong among them. And they aided the Muhajirun. The Muhajirun were poor. They left their land, they left their houses, they left their families. They had nothing on them. Only thing they were possessed is the clothes they're wearing. So they had nothing. So Ansar were rich. They come to us, we'll give you a house, everything. And Abu Ayyub al-Ansari was one of the companions from Ansar. And this is amazing about Abu Ayyub al-Ansari radiallahu anhu, who was buried in Turkey, by the way. Prophet stayed in his house, so he had 2 floors. So Prophet was downstairs, and he was upstairs. He said, I can't be upstairs. I'm up, Prophet's down. He didn't sleep upstairs, him and his wife slept downstairs. Prophet didn't know that. This is the respect they had for the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But there's a sheikh in our time that if his mother is downstairs, he'll never go upstairs. When his mom goes upstairs, he goes upstairs. He goes, how can I be above my mother? I'm up, she's downstairs. One of the sheikh, he's very, yeah. So here, the Al-Hafiz, he's basically mentioning the virtues al-Ansar, al-Muhajirun. We covered this a lot, we'll cover it more inshallah. طيب, continue with that. وَقُلْ خَيْرْ قَوْلِي فِي الصَّحَابَةِ كُلِّهِمْ وَلَا تَكُوا طَعَانًا تَعِينَ وَتَجْرَحْ. So here Shaykh says that, say the best thing about the companions, all of them. Okay? Do not be like those who curses and talk ill about them and reprimanding their companions. This is not Ahlul Sunnah. This is depend what you talk. If someone were to reprimand, curse companions because of his suhbah, because of his companion, because of his knowledge, because of the hadith his practice, then the person is kafir. No doubt. You are taking the deen now. But if you curse, if you talk ill about the companion because of the mistake they've made, certain errors, then that's also wrong, but we shouldn't talk about it, but that's not kufr. No kufr. Because Sahabas are not ma'asum. Sahabas are not free from sins. They fall into sins, they fall into errors. Okay? But we mention the errors to learn from it. But we should forget about the errors. We only talk about goodness of companions. We do not curse them. And Sufyan ibn Uwaynah said that if you hear someone cursing the companion, know he's zindiq, know he's a kafir. Because Prophet said, Khairul qarni, thumma alladhina yarunahum, thumma alladhina yarunahum. The best of the generation, my generation, and then the tabi'in and tabi'in. So Prophet said khair. The word khair here means ismu tafdil, akhir, the best. Okay, the best. طيب. So we have to talk good about the companions and know that if anyone talk ill about the companions, the worst of them is the Khawarij. Okay, know they are Ahlul Bid'ah, Mubtadi'. If someone curses Aisha personally, ulama say the person is not a Muslim. Now the Khawarij, they are Muslims because we don't say they're kuffar because they speak ill about the companions. Do you know why? Because they make ta'wil. They do not hate Allah and His Messenger. They do not hate the deen. But because of the extreme shadid for what they followed, extreme views, they started to hate companions. Yadu billah. Tayyib, so because of the ta'wil, they make distortion, misinterpretation of things, misunderstanding of the deen. Ali did not make takfir on them. He's seen them more than anyone else. Okay, so Ali did not declare Khawarij to be kuffar. The Khawarij were at the time of Rasulullah, at the time of the companions. Tayyib, so that's the big evidence. If Ali is not making it, who else to make takfir? Tayyib, let's continue inshallah. قد ثبت أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم شهد لبعض الصحابة غير العشرة بالجنة. طيب, so we spoke about the virtue of the companions. We mentioned the 10 granted paradise. We gave you the hadith. But by the way, the other companions also granted paradise. Okay, let's mention them. فقد شهد للحسن والحسين. Hassan wa Hussein أهل الجنة. And the hadith Prophet said that والحسن والحسين سيدا شباب أهل الجنة. In Tirmidhi, Hassan Hadith Sahih, that Hassan Hussein, the two leaders of the youth in Jannah. So they are Ahlul Jannah, the grandson of the Prophet ﷺ, and they are not Jannah because they're grandson of the Prophet. No, because they worked for it. It's not because our granddad is our prophet. We're going to go to Jannah. It doesn't work like that because they worshipped Allah, they practiced their deen. Prophet's parents are not Muslim; they are in hellfire. So it's got nothing to do with the relationship. It's got nothing to do with the cousins and uncles. It's the deen. Because of the deen they practice, that's why they're people of Jannah. Tayyib also, Prophet testified Jannah for Thabit bin Qais bin Shammas. Thabit bin Qais bin Shammas, his voice was a bit high. He had a loud voice. So once he spoke to Prophet ﷺ, and he had a loud voice. So Allah says in the Quran, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا لَا تَرْفَعُوا أَصْوَاتَكُمْ فَوْقَ صَوْتِ النَّبِيِّ. All those who believe, do not raise your voice over the voice of the Prophet ﷺ. So this companion, Thabit, he thought the eye was revealed for him. So he became worried. So what happened? He went to the house and he hid himself and he's crying. So the Prophet said, where is Thabit? So Sa'ad bin Mu'adh he said, he's my neighbor. So Prophet told Sa'ad to go and check him out. So he went, he checked, he went to the house and he saw him crying in the corner of the bedroom, in his room. So Prophet, he said, yeah, Thabit, why are you crying? He said, I'm crying because I was revealed and this is because it is about me and all my action is nullified. Okay, and I'm going to go to hellfire. So Sa'ad went to Prophet and told him that. He said, go to Thabit and tell him that huwa min Ahl Jannah. He is from people of Jannah. Thabit bin Qayd bin Shammas. Look at the fear that he had. Subhanallah. They all were cautious. They all blame themselves. They feel they are the lowest. They feel they are the Ahlul Nar. And they are the one who done most of the work. And they feared that. So Thabit is one of the granted paradise radiallahu anhu. Also go Bilal Abyssinian. Okay? Black slave person. Allahu Akbar. Abu Bakr radiallahu, when he was tortured, the torture that he went through, that stone was placed on his chest in a boiling desert. There were no Swiss tower, there is no clock tower, there was none of that. It's plain desert. And he was placed in the desert, topless. And he took the leader, he took the rock and placed it on his chest. And he couldn't breathe. Can you imagine a rock on your chest? Eventually it's going to go down, you can break your chest. So he said, Ahad, Ahad, Ahad. And he will not renounce his faith. Bilal radiallahu anhu. And who was the person to take him out from these difficulties? Abu Bakr Siddiq radiallahu anhu. Why wouldn't he be Ahlul Jannah? Subhanallah. He freed the man. He paid and got the money out. He became a free slave of Allah. And he became the greatest companion. But he never, with Bilal, Allah gave him something of Bilal no one had. It's the voice. He was the mu'adhin. So, Bilal, one of the things Prophet said that, yeah, Bilal, when I went Jannah, I heard your footsteps. What is that thing that you used to do that caused you to go Jannah? He said, after every wudu, I will pray 2 rak'ah. Okay? So, this is also indication that Bilal radiallahu anhu, also person of Ahlul Jannah. Also, Ukkash bin Mihsin. Ukkash, one of the hadith, long hadith, when Prophet said that for my ummah 70,000 will enter Jannah, okay, without any hisab, without any adab, no reckoning, no punishment, they'll enter Jannah. And Ukkash said, Ya Rasulullah, Udullah yaj'alani minhum, faqal anta minhum. So Ukkash got up and said, Ya Rasulullah, make dua, I'm one of them, 70,000, he said, you are one of them. So Ukkash is person of Jannah. Also Fatima, hadith of Fatima radiallahu anha, people of Jannah, is that أما ترضين أن تكوني سيدة نساء الجنة ونساء المؤمنين, that are you not happy that the fact you're going to be the leader of the women of people of Jannah and the believers from the women? So these are indications, these companions are Ahlul Jannah. So ولا تكن طعانا, طعان على وضع فعال, meaning continuous cursing. We shouldn't curse, yadu billah. One of the signs of Ahlul Bid'ah is that they curse the ulama, and let alone curse the companions, yadu billah. The Muslim does not curse another Muslim, and imagine cursing the companions. These are the people being praised by Allah in the Quran and Prophet in the Hadith. So we're not allowed to curse any of the companions. We speak good about them. There's a narration Shaykh Abdul Karim brings, Muzini, he said something, he was one of the top students of Imam Shafi'i. He said, Fulan Kadhab, so and so is a liar. Imam Shafi'i said to his student, Ya Aba Ibrahim, Iksi alfadak wa ahsanaha. Tayyib, it is better, he reprimanded him, he said, do not speak like that. Measure your word, okay, what you say, okay, do not use this word like that regarding people. So this word kadhab, and things like la'anatullah, these things that we should not use on any Muslims, it's not allowed. We have to use the right word. وكذلك إمام أحمد لما قيل له في من قال لعن الله يزيد بن معاوية قال لا أتكلم في هذا. Imam Ahmed, it was said to Imam Ahmed, what do you say about the person who curses Yazid bin Muawiyah? May Allah's curse be upon Yazid bin Muawiyah, his companion, subhanallah. He had mistake, but Allah forgave them. He said, I will not talk about this. La takallam. About this, regarding this. Even Imam Bukhari, Shaykh brings is that if إذا كان الراوي شديد ضعف, if there was a narrator very weak, Imam Bukhari will not destroy him. He will say sakatu anhu. He will remain silent, or fihi nadhr, fihi ambiguous, but he will not destroy him or anything like that. So basically, Abdul Karim brings all these athar to say even Salaf were harsh certain times, they were soft in terms of judging the people, talking about the people. They will not use harsh word. So we have to be soft, nowadays, inshallah. This hadith, Shaykh Abdul Karim brings hadith in Tirmidhi. Ibn Hajar says Hassan. Shaykh says that people might suspect, or people might think that based on this hadith, we can be better than the companions. Okay, hadith says that مثل أمتي مثل المطر. The likeness of my ummah is likeness of drop of rain, or rain. لا يدرى أولها خير أم خيرها. So you will not recognize who is the best, the first generation or the last generation. You will not know. The rain you can't tell. It's like that. It's so likeness, you can't differentiate between companion and the Muslims of our time. No, companions are always better than us. This hadith, he explains it. This hadith, he explains, Shaykh says that there is a hadith, the Prophet ﷺ said, للعامل فيهن مثل أجر 50 رجلا. قالوا منهم, Sahaba said, قال أجر 50 منكم. So Prophet said that there will come a time, like our time is now, the worshipper, slave of Allah, will get the ajr of 50 men. And the Sahaba said, 50 of them, Ya Rasulullah? Prophet said, no, reward 50 of you. Now can we say we're better than the companions? Shaykh says, no, it doesn't mean you're better than the companions. It means that because of the action, you get the reward. Okay? It's because of the action, the virtue of action that you're doing, you get reward for that. Okay? But it doesn't mean we're better than the companions. Companions are always better. Okay? Because the hadith said, فَلَوْ أَنْفَقَ أَحَدُكُمْ مثل أحد ذهبا ما بلغ مد أحدكم ولا نصيفه. That Prophet said in the hadith in Sahih Bukhari, if we were to spend gold as mountain Uhud, it will not reach half of what they have spent. So this hadith doesn't mean we're going to get reward of 50 companions, we're better than them. No, we're just going to get reward for the action that we're doing in our time. Allah is going to give the reward to us because of our steadfastness, because time is going to become difficult. Allah will give us the reward. It doesn't mean we're better than them. La, we're not. So when Prophet gave flag to Ali, does it mean better than Abu Bakr? La, he gave it to him. Prophet gave the flag to Ali because Allah the Messenger loves him, and he loves Allah the Messenger. So Abu Bakr does as well. Abu Bakr love for Allah's Messenger is greater than anyone in a company. But he gave it to him, to Ali. But other company wanted that flag because of that attribute. So this doesn't mean we're going to get, the fact we're going to get 50 reward for 50 companions doesn't mean we're better than them. What it means is that the virtue of our action is great. At the time we'll be living in our time, it will be difficult. The hadith says that there will come a time holding the deen like holding the hot coal. That's the hadith talking about. So if you can uphold that, because it's going to be difficult to worship Allah, we will be tested. And if you can uphold the deen at that difficulty, Allah Azza wa Jal will reward us with the reward of 50 companions. It doesn't mean we're better than them, no. You'll get the reward of 50 companions, inshallah. طيب ikhwa, we'll continue with the virtue, continue next week, inshallah. Jazakumullah khair. With this book, more to come. Any questions, inshallah, I'll answer it now.
Regarding Yazid, is it more authentic to say he was a Sahabi or Tabi'i?
Some says tabi'i, some says because hadith, Prophet speaks about him, that he's forgiven in the hadith talks not by his name, but he's in that boat. I mean, these people are forgiven by Allah Azza wa Jal. So most likely he's tabi'in, Yazid bin Muawiyah. But yeah, so Yazid, we should not talk ill about Yazid because he's forgiven. He's Muslim, died up in Islam. May Allah forgive his akhta, so the mistakes he's committed. So yeah, we should just remain silent.
Is there any hadiths that speak about the virtues of Muawiyah radiallahu anhu specifically?
If there's any virtues of Muawiyah, hadith, the whole book written by Abdul Muhsin Abbad. Abdul Muhsin Abbad, the brother asking question, is there any hadith about virtue of Muawiyah radiallahu anhu? There's a book by Abdul Muhsin Abbad, the virtue of Muawiyah. He wrote a whole book on it. By hadith, I don't remember any, but he used to write wahi for Rasulullah Muawiyah. He used to write the wahi. So he's one of the persons who write wahi. That shows the enough virtue of Muawiyah radiallahu anhu. But hadith will measure it more. Sahih Muslim will find it, and that book is there. Abdul Muhsin Abbad wrote a whole book on virtue of Muawiyah radiallahu anhu.
Yeah. You said we can't say this person is Ahlul Nar, but you said it's specifically for Muslims. Doesn't it apply to Kuffar as well?
Kuffar, you can't say this. The brother asking, you can't say Muslims, this Muslim in the hellfire. You can't. Nor can you say kafir. What you can't say this kafir is going to go to hell. No, he might become Muslim. We don't know. So we can't say even kafir, you're going to go hell. La, because the kafir can become Muslim. Okay, and it'll be wrong. So we can say if he dies on that stage, yes. Yadu billah. Yeah. Aisha. Yeah. She did though. The hadith in Bukhari, she did a lot of translation here.
So you know some people say certain dreams have like certain meaning.
Yeah.
Does that mean like it's always true or like it's a sign or?
Okay, let me translate one of the dream. Sahih Bukhari. There's a hadith. This person, this Sahabiya radiallahu anha, she saw her husband traveled in the dream. So she didn't know what it means. So she went to she went to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Prophet said, "Don't worry, your husband will come back." Okay, so the husband came back because hadith says if you translate the dream the way it will become like that. So the same Sahabiya saw the same dream again. Second time, her husband traveled, and she went to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Prophet was in the house, so she asked Aisha, and Aisha translated the dream as it is. It means that when you see your husband traveling in that dream, means he's going to pass away. And the husband did pass away. And what happened is that she came to the Prophet and complained. You gave me one explanation, and then Aisha gave me this. And the Prophet told Aisha, you should have said the other way around, because Prophet's hadith says that if you translate dream, it's going to happen. It's like a leaf falling from a plane. If you drop a leaf, a feather, what's going to happen? It's going to drop, isn't it? So when you translate dream, it drops, it just comes. It's going to happen. So you don't translate like that. So anyway, qadr of Allah, the husband passed away. So in the dream, if you see your wife see the husband traveling, means he's going to pass away. But we shouldn't translate dream like that. But what if it happens? So we should say leave it. There was a dream, a brother saw a dream, and he asked Shaykh Khalid al-Ambari. He translated the dreams. He's one of the top dream translators. He wrote a whole book on it. And he said to the brother, no, I'm not going to translate that, leave it. He knows what it means. I'm not going to translate for you. So bad dreams we don't. So Aisha did translate dreams, and she had the quality to do that. And to do that, you need the knowledge of the Quran and the Sunnah. Tayyib, so Aisha had that, alhamdulillah. That was one of the examples I can give you. Yeah.
If someone says cursing the Sahaba is not kufr but it's fisq, could that claim be kufr because that's denying the kufr of the kuffar?
MashaAllah, philosophic question. So brother asking that if someone curses the companion, it's a kufr. But you see, he doesn't say it's kufr, he's denying the next text of the Quran. That's kufr itself. The general ulama says, like Sa'id bin Sufyan ibn Uyayna, it's kufr. The person is indeed He's a kafir to curse the companion, because Allah praises them. لَقَدْ رَضِيَ اللَّهُ عَنِ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ إِذْ يُبَايِعُونَكَ تَحْتَ شَجَرَةٍ. Laqad, indeed, Allah is happy with those who gave bay'ah to Rasulullah under the tree. He's pleased with them. 1,500 companions were there on that day giving bay'ah to Prophet ﷺ. Allah saying, I'm pleased with them. Now for you to curse them, it is denying the text. That's kufr. That's kufr. But some of the companions, and some of the scholars, they say the cursing the companions, different levels, they say. If you curse one companion, it doesn't take out the whole of Islam, they say, one or two. So the Khawarij, for the classical example. But if we based on ta'wil, distortion, misinterpretation, then we can understand. But if someone going to curse companion because they're suhbah, because they're Sahaba, we hate them, because they're Sahaba, we hate them, because the knowledge they had, we hate them, then this man is kafir. You cursing the companion because of their companion, the Prophet. But if you say, no, I don't curse them because of that, I don't curse them because they have the knowledge, I don't curse them because of their love of the deen, and not because of that, because of the mistake, then you can't say he's kafir. That's what the ulama said. Khawarij are not kuffar because of the ta'wil they made, because of the misinterpretation they made on the text of the Quran. That's why they are not kafir. That's why the Ali did not make takfir on them, because they didn't have understanding the knowledge. Because the youth isn't young, baldish, shaved head, and the Prophet explained the Khawarij. That's what they are. So if it depends why they're cursing. But the ijma of the ulama, if they curse because of the suhbah, if they curse the companion because they're companion of the Prophet, then they're kafirs. You're cursing for something wrong, a'udhu billah, for the deen, then you're a kafir, yeah. The person is a kafir, yeah.
The Sahaba, how many groups, like, can you divide them into? So, Muhajirin, Ansar, is there more than that, or is it just those?
No, the brother asking question, how many categories can you make the companions? What we know from the Quran Sunnah, the Muhajirin and Ansar, that's it. We don't know any more, I don't know any other ones they've categorized. What's in the Quran Sunnah is the Muhajirun and Ansar. Yeah, radiallahu anhum, yeah.
And what about the people after the conquest of Makkah? Are they not a different group?
The name, specific name, Allahu Alam. I don't know. What's the?
I think in the Surah Mujadila is like the ones who spent before the Fath.
Oh, yeah. I know the ayah is there. Yeah, the one who spent before the Fath al-Makkah is better than the one who spent after the Fath al-Makkah. We know the ayah. There's a virtue in that. But name like Muhajir and Ansar, the name given to them, Allahu Alam. But yeah, there is ayah, Fath, where brother says, because those who spend the money before the Fath is better than the one who spend the money after the Fath. Because after the Fath it became easy. And before the Fath, conquest of Mecca was difficult, and they spent in the cause of Allah Azza wa Jalla. They're better, yeah.
Would Waraqa be considered a mukhadram?
Waraqa bin Nawfal, who is not a Sahabi, his Muslim Prophet granted him Jannah. Mukhadram is one of them, yeah. Could be Mukhadram, Allah Alam, yeah. MashaAllah.
Did Waraqa have knowledge about the Indian specifically, or all scriptures?
The brother asking, did Waraqa bin Nawfal, who is the cousin of the Prophet, Khadija, did he have knowledge of? He had knowledge of all the books, Quran, the Torah, Injil. He was a scholar of them in those books. So he knew the Prophet, coming with the Prophet ﷺ, the description, everything he knew. Yeah, he was a scholar.
Did he belong to, what group or religion, community did he belong to?
He's the cousin of Khadija. Khadija's cousin, yeah. That's when Prophet became Nabi, she took Khadija, Rasulullah to Waraqa, and Waraqa explained the situation. He said, this is going to happen, and this is the Prophet of Allah, because I can see the signs. He knew Prophet's sign. There was a Jew there was a Christian monk. Abu Talib was taking Rasulullah in business, and they came and they stopped in the station. Okay, we're going to stop now, inshallah. And so what happened? This Christian monk saw Prophet ﷺ. He was a young boy. What was the thing that he had recognized? Who knows?
His chest?
The mark, and he always had a shade on top of him. Obviously he didn't see the mark, but he saw that. He said, bring your nephew to me, to Abu Talib. He said, yes, I'll bring him. He took him, he said, this is the next prophet, don't go anymore. He wanted to go more for the business. The Jews will kill him to go back to Mecca. He went back to Mecca. So the monk knew this is going to be Prophet of Allah. So Waraqah bin Nawfal, he had the book of knowledge of the Bible and Torah. He had knowledge of all this. And he was a scholar. And when he saw this, when Khadija told him this, he realized this is the Prophet of Allah. And he said, "You're a prophet, your people are going to fight against you. And if I'm alive, I'm going to defend you." That shows his iman. He believed.
At that time, he was among the mushrik. He was one of the pious people.
No, mushrik. He was following the books of the previous book. Okay? Shaykh bin Baz explains that, the people of the Mecca, the mushrik, the father of Rasulullah, all of them, they became mushrik, but they meant to follow the previous book, was sent to Ismail and they meant to follow those faith until Prophet came, but they changed their faith, they became mushrik. But Waraqah did not change. He was on his firm belief, and he died upon it, which is Tawheed. And what the Prophet is going to go to Jannah. He's the man of Jannah. So he believed in it. And he said, if I'm alive, I'll believe your deen, I'll follow your deen, and I'll defend you. That shows his iman, isn't it? So Jazakumullah khair, inshallah. We'll discuss, let's finish it. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.